Okay, yep, we are live. Hello out
Hello.
there in Facebook land. It's Jen here from Australia's Capture Paranormal, and welcome to Mediumship Roundtable. We have Kate from Hectic Paranormal in the middle. Give us a wave, Kate.
Hello.
And on the end, we have Sally from Spirit Hands and the Witchy Nook. Hi, Sal.
Hey there.
We were just having a quick chat before we went live about the fact that we've all got witchy cups today. So show us your cups, girls. What's yours say? It says, you say witch like it's a bad thing.
Yep.
So that'll
Cheers,
be one
ladies.
of our things. Cheers.
Cheers.
What are we all drinking? I'm drinking tummy tea.
Coffee.
Tea.
Coffee all the way.
So how is everyone? What's everyone been up to? Sal, what have you been up to?
Celebrating 60.
Woo!
Happy birthday.
So if there's bags under the eyes and I don't look quite good, that's why. It's been a big last 5 days.
Wow.
Awesome.
It's hard to recover these days though, isn't it?
Oh, it gets harder and harder. Yeah. Each birthday makes it harder and harder.
So Kate, what have you been up to?
Loads of stuff. Doing
Busy?
a little bit of mediumship for a team in America. So that's been fun.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, that's been fun. Independent paranormal. So our friend Jason, a very close friend to Hectic Paranormal, Jason.
Yeah.
Every now and then he'll ring me from America and ask me to do a remote, and I'll wander around with him while he's on his phone and telling stuff, and yeah.
Oh, that's really good.
It's heaps of fun. Yeah. So Hectic, full steam ahead, doing all sorts of things, and we're going places soon, and we're not saying. No.
You're not saying? It's all hush-hush. It's all secret.
All those secret locations.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds
good.
It's
fun.
Well, I think it's in 2 weeks. Is it 2 weeks or 3 weeks? I'll be down in Victoria with you guys.
Yes, not long now.
Yeah. Yes. All right, so let's get into this. We've got lots of questions. It's been at least about 2.5, nearly 3 months since we've been on. So,
wow.
Yeah. Okay, so first up was a question that Kate put forward, and it was about online spiritual spaces and how to stay safe. So, Kate, do you want to explain what you mean by that?
So, I mean, in every field, even social media, in everyday life, in all of that, you really have to use your discernment a lot.
Yeah.
Especially on social media and online platforms. And it seems to be a huge thing, especially at the moment. There's a lot of, dodgy behavior online. In-person spiritual spaces can be a bit of a minefield, but online especially.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things that will happen as soon as you maybe are on TikTok or Facebook or whatever social media platform you're on. You might be, watching a psychic do readings or something like that, and you guys know yourself that they'll pop up into the comments.
Yeah.
The charlatans. Let's call them charlatans. I love that word.
Yeah.
The dodgy buggers.
Yeah. The ones that say you've got an attachment, pay me $50 and I'll
exactly. And my dear beloved, I've chosen you for a reading. Please cash at me $50. Please cash at me $500.
Because we always talk like that, don't we? When I ring you guys up, I go,
all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So I reckon we should know. So, but it's such a huge thing at the moment, especially on spaces like TikTok. And people still fall for it. And I really just want to give you a few little pointers to go, hey, hang on, this isn't right. Like, so if they're contacting you in your inbox, just block, ignore, report, do all the things.
Yeah.
Really think about it, because mediums and readers will 99.99999% of the time not reach out to you.
No.
You must
unethical to
contact the
start with.
reader.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
can I just make a note on that? Is when you
Yep.
say that we won't reach out, we might
Mhm.
put on our personal professional pages a post
Absolutely.
saying, I've got availability for a reading on this day or that day.
Yep.
But we
Yep,
don't go
100%.
and send out spam to
Inbox
all these
spam
people.
to everybody.
Yeah.
No, it
Yeah.
doesn't happen. So, and also too, like, an example is that I'm not reading at the moment. So if anyone got a message from me, it's not from me. I have a
Yeah.
hard time answering my own messages, let alone why would I reach out to random people and go, dearly beloved?
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's not
Yep.
going to happen. So really question, number one, who they are.
Why are they contacting you?
Why are they what are they wanting from you?
Yeah.
Right. Also too, like, a lot of readers have a website to go to. You can research them.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you do your due diligence. Research the people who are reading for you.
Yeah.
Go ham. Even if you spend, I know we all want instant gratification and we all want things yesterday, right?
Yeah.
As humans, that's us.
Yeah.
But having the space and the forethought to just check your reader out, you know, make sure that they've read for other people. Do they have people going, yeah, that was I had a really great reading with this person? Or have you seen them read multiple times online?
Well, we do that when we go to in person, don't we? So Sal, you've got your spirit hands and you're working with the Witchy Nook. So if someone wants to come and have a reading, they will, I guess this is how it goes in your stories, they'll come in and they'll ask who's available. They might then go away and then look into those ones and, you know,
and on the website there's a blurb about each of us as well. So you know, you can go away and do your research, and not everybody's after the same kind of reading either.
That's right. That's another good point.
So some people want to have a medium and connect with the other side. Some people want to know, are they going to get married next week?
They want
or what their career holds for them.
Yeah, that's right.
So really, that's another thing, that if you get a psychic that tells you, I can tell you absolutely everything,
that's a crock
alarm
shit.
bell should be ringing.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, 100%.
And we all know that if someone comes and sits in front of us to have a reading, we can't guarantee what's going to come through. We can't get, but they might come through and say, well, I want to hear from my grandmother, and grandma doesn't come through, but you know, Aunt Mavis comes through and she's like, well, didn't want to hear from her. Where's grandma?
Or the ex-husband's father comes through, which happens a lot.
Yeah, I've heard that. Like, why is he coming through?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So look, I think that's a really good thing, is that, and I was saying to Kate just offline a minute ago, is that when we do our lives, I've got to have my computer on, because so many times people will, you'll start seeing the messages come up on our viewers, and it'll be the same person sending everyone the same message, you know. And the thing is too, they can jump onto this live, for example, and we might say have 10 people that are all interacting or asking questions and things like that, and a lot of the time someone will say, oh, my grandmother passed away and I really miss her, blah blah blah. That person's watching what's going on here and goes, right, I know what their trigger is, and will message them and say, I've got a message from your grandmother, because they know that they're vulnerable.
Exactly.
So
at the end of the day, look, just please, anyone who's listening to this, please be careful out there, especially in online spaces. Really have a 5-minute think about it. You know, even if it's just that long, really think about it and go, do I really, number one, do I really want and need a reading right now?
Yeah.
Right.
But the thing
Number
is,
two, where's this coming from? Like, you know.
But see, what you got to think about what the process is. They message you and say, "Dear beloved, blah blah blah. I can give you this reading," and you go, "Oh, great, okay." What's the next process? They want their money first.
Exactly.
Right? And how you got to think about how are you paying for that? You're giving them credit card.
Yeah,
exactly.
Most of them won't take PayPal, where it's more secure. They want credit card details.
Yep.
So you're thinking, this is legit. I'll give my credit card details, and they're like, "Thank you very much," and gone. And not only do you not get a reading,
you've got no credit card.
Your information's out there.
Yeah, exactly right. So my personal advice would be anyone that contacts you via email, text, phone, social medias,
pretty much contacts you at all.
Exactly.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
So you do readings all the time. Do you go out and contact people, or do you
never.
Yeah.
No, never.
Yeah.
I don't do cold readings at all.
Yeah.
Because
and you know why?
I firmly believe that if spirit wants you to have a reading, they'll send the person to you.
Exactly.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
But you don't have to do cold reading because you're a legitimate medium who has regular customers and a reputation, and you're doing it the right way. People that are approaching, saying that they're mediums, they're obviously not very busy. And if they're not busy, they're not very good.
It's kind of like the electrician that knocks on your door saying, I'm here to fix whatever. If you want an electrician, you ring them. Most electricians these days are so busy, they haven't got time to knock on your front door.
No. That's right. And that's a good analogy. I like that one. Yeah. So guys, just be really, really careful. Okay. So next question is your signs of reference. Are there any particular symbols that spirit shows you to help you bring messages through? So we'll go with you first.
So there's a couple of really basic ones. They put a birthday cake in front of somebody for me, or in front of me, and so I'll know somebody's birthday's coming up.
Yeah.
I have the Red Cross symbol if somebody is in the medical field.
Okay. Yeah.
What else? Trying to think.
There's probably lots of them.
There's probably and when I'm reading, I get it. But now that you're asking me to think about it, it's like, what else? What else is there?
Yeah.
What
about you, Kate?
Anniversaries are usually white roses.
Okay. Yeah.
But and it can change as well. It's not so. It's what I used to have as some frame of reference. They don't use anymore. Spirit has changed that as I've got more into it. Yeah. Just when you think you've sorted it out, they change the goalposts.
Red car instead of blue. What?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
What about you, Kate?
So, there's a couple that have never changed, like the birthday cake and the Red Cross, but most of the others have changed or evolved, become more detailed.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Mine, I'm more auditory than visual.
Yep.
So I will get a picture, but I'll be told about the picture, if that makes sense, a lot of the time. So I'll have more a conversation, or, sentences, or just random words. And then when I sort of blurt them out, is what I call it. It all just slots in. So
makes the story up.
Yeah, well, it fits the story, and it makes the picture, I guess.
Yep.
I still have some little things that are references, timelines. I can see, like you see a line with like strikes in it, and it'll have years on it.
Yeah.
I'll see like a version of that. so that's one of the little things, but I'm definitely more auditory than I am visual. I'll still get a picture, but it'll be like a photograph.
Okay,
and in that photograph, it'll have all the details, and I'll get the details spoken.
Right.
So except for when a spirit is right in my space, that's different. I can see and hear and feel. That's different. But when it's connecting for a person or connecting while I'm here to someone who's in America or the UK or wherever around the world that I'm connecting with, that's different. I'm connecting through them, and then I'll see like a photograph, and then I'll get the auditory.
Right.
So,
okay.
Yeah, so it's different. We all work differently.
Yeah. And that's why I love doing this, because it's 3 different perspectives of everything. So I've only got a few that, like Sally, that I remember.
It's really hard to remember them right now because we're not in that space.
No, that's right.
Is an egg. Whenever I see an egg, I know there's a baby coming.
Mine's a stork.
Oh, is that?
Cool.
Yeah, no,
yeah, mine's a stork for baby.
I just hear baby, boy, baby, girl.
See, isn't it funny how we all just get it differently? But so that when I see a tie and it being pulled up, I know that that's someone's taken their own life. I get either the ambulance logo or the Red Cross for anyone in the medical field, or if they need to have their health checked and things like that. So, look, there's a couple of different ones. It's hard to think of it on the spot. But when did you guys, how did that come about for you guys? They don't all just, it's not like they give you a set of flashcards and you've got to learn them. Is it, for you guys, was it just a repetitive thing where you kept getting it and going, oh, well, last time it meant this? Or are they giving you things that are familiar to your life? So you can, for example, you were saying, I think, white roses for anniversaries. Like, is that something that you associate in your personal life as anniversary, and that's why they're showing you white roses?
No, but there are other things that do have parallels that they give me in my frame of reference, like locations. So if I want to go south, then I'll go to if Spirit wants me to go south, they'll take me to my aunt and uncle's farm.
Right.
So I get directions in my own frame of reference, so I know where I'm going.
Yeah, because if you did
sometimes I'll also get situations that play out I've been in, and then I'll explain it to my client, and they'll go, "Oh yeah, this happened to me," and whatever else. So I have to actually have that reel of what happened to me playing in my head, and then I say to the client, "Oh, well, this is what I'm being shown right now."
Yeah, that's it.
And they go, "Oh yeah, no, that happened to me too."
Yeah, exactly.
So the biggest thing for me when I was reading for clients, it's different in the sort of paranormal space because I'm just purely doing the mediumship bit, right?
Yeah.
But when I was doing readings for clients, I would forget the reading within about half an hour after I'd
same.
It's really hard to recall how you got what you got. And like there's maybe I can count on one hand the readings I remember over years and years and years and years and years of reading, like
same
in my 20s, it's
a lot of people will say to me, hi Dave, how you going? Thanks for joining. A lot of people will say to me, oh, you know that reading you gave me and you said blah blah blah, and I go, no.
Yeah, and I'm like, nah,
I don't remember.
Nah. And then you get
when people
that go,
say to me,
you know
can I take notes or can I record it? I say, please do, because if you come back to me next week, I'm not going to remember what I told you.
Yeah. And they say, oh, you know, hey, you said that I was going to have a little boy or a little girl or blah, 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 or to just go and get a checkout, and because, you know, some like, oh, yeah, that happened, and we're, you know, it's the baby's due in whenever, and like, and you're like, that, congratulations.
But and thanks for validating what I don't remember I said, but
exactly.
I mean, the feedback is good, but
it's awesome.
When you're reading or when you're connecting with spirit, while your physical body's here, you know, you're up here, and you're not even aware of a lot of the things you do, and that's one of our next questions is, does your physical body change in any way when you communicate with spirit? So, Kate, what happens with you?
I get a red ear for a start.
A red ear.
A red ear, which is just ridiculous. Like, so many people.
No, but didn't we all establish once before that we all have an ear thing when we're talking to have
there's
spirit
always
connection?
an ear thing. Yeah. And so that's one thing. I get tingles from the top of my head down to tell me, yep, go time, we're here, let's go. Which is really, really good. So if I'm in my own little world, like doing the Kate stuff, and I'm feeling that, I know it's go time, spirit want to talk, you know, and I can yes or no that, which is amazing. But yeah, so that's one thing. And also my physical body feels different. So I have rheumatoid arthritis. I get a lot of pain a lot of the time. And when I'm in that mediumship space, I'm not feeling that so much. And it's like, it's kind of, it's a bit nice. It's kind of a reprieve, to be honest. Like,
I hear
you.
Me too.
But at the same, yeah, exactly. Like, how weird is it that a lot of people who are mediums or readers actually have autoimmune issues? That's another topic for another day. But so it does affect in that way. But yeah, mainly the weirdest thing is the ear. It's odd. I don't know. I don't understand.
About you, Sam?
Well, your ear goes red. My hand goes red.
Yeah.
As soon as I start talking about spirit.
That's not from hitting Mark, is it?
Oh, well.
Oh, that one is.
Look. Oh, so you got it too.
Oh, you have it too.
Oh, look.
Oh, hang on. Which way? There we go.
There, that's mine.
That's gold. I love it. That's gold.
That's weird for even us.
Yeah,
I know,
right? But like Kate, whereas Kate tingles start at the back of her head, mine start at the bottom of my legs. So my feet start tingling and goes up my legs.
Yeah.
But I think,
hey Julie,
zoning out of the real world.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say, oh, how do you zone out? And I'm like, well, if you're a mother and you've got kids that are crying, can you zone out from that? Do you not hear that? Same kind of thing.
That's it.
Because I very early in my career I read at fairs, and if you're reading at fairs, you have to learn how to zone out, basically.
Absolutely.
And so you do kind of get into your own little zone, and when you've given your open symbol to spirit, it kind of puts you in a bubble.
Yeah.
So
Julie's just saying, evening ladies, my first viewing tonight. Hi Julie.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hi Julie.
Look, I wasn't aware of the weird things that I did when I was communicating, and someone said to me, why do you rock? I said, I wasn't aware it was. So I'll do this. I'll be and explaining it. I'm always looking up. If I'm having troubles communicating, I realize that I look down to the right and I'm focusing down on the right. Sometimes I have to get up and physically walk.
Yeah.
I used to have to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And physically walk, depending on the energy. If the energy is really intense, I need to physically move. Now, it's not
do
me
you find
making
you
the
do
decision.
this?
I do that a lot.
Yeah. So you go
I do that all the time.
Yeah, same.
How weird is it? It just it kind of, now I've got like the
stimulates the energy.
The ball.
It just really starts you like
don't talk about that.
Oh, that's a whole nother topic for another time.
Isn't it what?
Yeah.
But it really just once you sort of, it settles this.
Yeah.
So you can.
I don't even understand why I do these things. I just know that
we
it's
just do them.
Different
energy.
It's
a comfort thing. Yeah.
Dave is saying I get tingling from the head down. I think it's spidey senses.
Yeah, totally. Spidey senses, Dave. Yeah, spidey senses all the way.
And it's funny because when I'm reading one-on-one,
I
don't have the need to get up and walk.
Yeah.
But if I'm platforming, I'm pacing the whole time.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
It's weird. Like, I didn't realize, like, I knew I zoned out. But the other night we were out on investigation, and I hadn't been on investigation with this team before. But I had we were at a location that I had been at too many times. And I was doing my thing. I started to zone in, and we're outside in this shed, and I was getting stuff through, and I'm internally asking Spirit the questions that I want answered. And he was talking to me, and I should have warned him, because I think I went, hang on a minute, like, just hang on. I don't mean to be rude when I do that, but
so that brings a quick question.
I'm trying to get that energy through, and I can't have any other stimulation at that time.
That next to you. But that brings a quick question though. So do you find, so my biggest bugbear on myself is that when I'm being filmed for a paranormal YouTube channel or whatever it is, even with hectic as well, I have to remind myself to ask the questions out loud and speak the things out loud, because they don't know what's happening in here. And and I need to, that's the whole point of me being there, is to tell, like, what Spirit wants me to tell. And it's really funny because I'm asking the questions in my head. I'm having a conversation. I'm good, but everyone around me is not good. They need to know the information. I have to kick myself all the time and go, oh, say that thing out loud.
And you know what's bad about that is, because when we're connecting and we're having that internal conversation with Spirit, but when we're finished with that connection, we can't remember
what we've just talked about.
Or what's come through, because so look, I get caught up in that all the time. Or someone will just say, they'll say, oh, well, I picked up such and such, and she said this, and I went, yeah, I told you that. And then I think, oh, maybe I didn't.
Did I?
Yeah. And I go, oh, hang on a sec, I've just got to listen to this.
Yeah, I do that. Hang on.
Just hang on a sec.
Spirit through. Yeah. But like poor Rob, we'll go out to dinner or something, and we're sitting there talking, and you know, we're having conversation and eating and everything, and then I'm just like,
oh, I'm so guilty of that.
Yeah, Mark's been through that too.
And he's
my poor hubby's like, who's here?
Like, exactly. That's later. Exactly the question.
And then I'll write it down and he'll Google it.
Yeah. So I mean, my body confirmation. So when I
getting back to the topic, get
back to the topic. When I'm bringing a message through, and I might say, you know, I'm feeling this, or they're telling me this, and then all of a sudden I get whooshka up my right leg. Just the tingles and the full, it feels like someone's plugged me in to the PowerPoint. And then I'll go, oh, yeah, like the other night, I got a name Margaret, and I have never been good with names, and I'm starting to become better. Yeah. And I said, oh, I've got a Margaret here, and I went, is it Margaret? And then, oh, yeah, it's Margaret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The tingles are the confirmation.
Yeah, very clear. Dave's just saying, question, can spirits walk through you? Does it affect you, or are you able to sense a change? Sal?
Absolutely. So I was in Port Arthur, standing around in the parsonage, and literally had a spirit come straight up to me, tried to take my pentagram off my neck, and fell through me.
Wow.
Luckily, Mark was behind me and caught me.
Wow.
And I literally had to go outside and touch the grass to get over that.
Get some grounding.
Yeah.
What about you, Kate? Have you experienced any of that?
I have, but it was I haven't had it a long time when some spirit entity, whatever, walked through me, passed through me. But the one that gets me the most is when they're right there.
Yeah.
That gets me, and I'm like, look here, please.
Can you step back? Step back a bit.
Yeah, either in front of me or step back a bit, but not right here.
Personal space, please. Like, give me a sec. But I remember as a kid, I don't know who it was. I don't know, but I remember them straight through me, and it was in the UK. I remember that much.
Okay.
But yeah, it was just, and it was a very strange, it was really odd because my whole body felt energized, but like,
drained at the same time.
Yeah, really strange. But I haven't had that kind of shift in a long time.
See, I don't know that I've ever had spirit walking through me. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I would call it they were walking through me. They've got, they've come right into my space, and it felt like they were trying to enter my body. And the way I felt it was this horrible thump in the solar plex, just sort of, what do you call it? The sternum. So just below your sternum. And it was like a horrible thumping and then a pulling. It was only very brief, and I don't get it very often. But I wouldn't say that I've ever had a spirit walk through me. I mean, whenever you get the goosebumps, and you know the shivers of someone, and we say someone's just
walked over your grave.
That's right. Well, that's when spirit is getting too close, whether they're passing through you or not, or they're getting very close. But I wouldn't say that I've had anyone walking through me, but I've definitely had them where they've tried to
very close.
Get a little bit too close. Yeah.
And sometimes when I'm platforming and I get a spirit very close to me, they'll get close enough that I have to either stand like they would have stood, or my voice changes so it sounds like them. There's a girl that I used to regularly read for. And my voice would change to sound like her grandmother's. And she said, I can close my eyes and I think you're my grandmother.
Wow.
Yeah. That's happened to me too. My voice has changed, which is really like, I've had some wild little accents going, and I'm ocker as. Like, I no.
Yeah.
I don't.
So they're the kinds of closeness that they can get to you.
Yeah. And do you guys, just another little side bit to this, do you have spirit come to you front on more, from the back, from the sides down, or is it a mix for you guys?
Oh, mixture.
Okay. What about you guides? How do you guides come in?
My guides usually stand behind my client.
Okay. What about you, Kate?
Mine are behind me.
Mine are behind me too, just here to the side.
But one of my guides signs, so they have to stand in front of me.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So maybe that's why they all do.
Maybe.
Because that's where I see them.
I figure they can stand wherever the heck they want, so I'm good.
Well, sometimes they don't appear at all. I sometimes just hear them.
Yeah. So
I don't so much hear my guides. Occasionally I do. It won't be like a full sentence, but it'll be a word.
Yeah.
A direct word, like listen, do it, go, you know.
Yeah.
Or stop.
I've had very, very big kicks in the bum myself.
Yeah.
But
I haven't seen my guides. I have felt them. I've heard them. They've come through in dream. But I trust them. Oh my God, I trust them. I talk to them all the time. I ask for guidance all the time. The other day I asked for if I was on the right path, and I said, can you please give me a sign over the next few days, just to confirm that I'm on the right path. And I thought, please give me pennies, or coins. I said coins. And for 2 days, nothing. I thought, oh, right, okay. And then the next day, when I was, okay, well, no, that's not my right path. Bang, there was one on the floor in a random spot.
Third day's the charm.
Yeah.
Third day's the charm.
The following day, bang, there was one outside. It was just weird. But when we're in the States, Belinda kept saying to me, what is going on with you? Because I was just picking up pennies everywhere. Everywhere I went, there was, oh, look, another penny. See a penny?
You need one of those winding machines to make it go flat and stuff.
Okay. Guys, if you're watching and you've got any questions, please feel free to ask them. Okay. Are your abilities switched on all the time, or do they come in randomly? Kate?
Oh, so I have the on-off button.
Yeah. Have you got control of that?
I'm not going to say all the time, because it's not all the time. But if I'm really run down or I'm really stressed or whatever it may be, and I know in my physical self that I don't need to be communicating right now, I need to focus on where I'm at, then I can switch off. Same with like when I rarely drink anymore. It's rare as hen's teeth. I might drink in a libation in spell work, but that's pretty much it. And that'll just be a wee dram. It won't be much.
See, I don't drink. Sally's probably had a big week for her 60th.
Oh, yeah. Well, Sal made up for us all, didn't she?
I've had enough for all of you. It's all good.
But I can switch it off and on. I used to find it hard years ago when I worked in retail, because it was a massive big chain, and I was in a huge store with loads of people, and I would see and hear a lot, and it'd take me a little bit by surprise because I was too busy doing my work, and then go, I forgot to switch off, you know. So it's taken a while. It's not perfect by any means. If they want to talk, they'll talk. So you know, but I can ask to not communicate today because I'm tired or whatever, and if something comes through, well, then it's meant to come through.
Well, Dave's just saying happy birthday, Sal.
Thank you, Dave.
And he said, I've heard you got a lot to learn, and he put the laughing face as if to say you don't know shit. I often get you are protected. I get you're protected, or you got this, that sort of thing. So Sal, what about you? Are you on, off? Have you got control of that switch?
So I describe it like having a dimmer switch on your light. The light's always on, but I can turn the dimmer switch down. Yeah, that's right. The light's on, but no one's home. Sometimes that's definitely the case too.
This week, absolutely.
That's right. Yeah.
So you've got that dimmer switch.
Yeah. So I dial it down. If I'm on a daily basis around, my dimmer switch is way down. But like you, if spirit want to come through and make themselves known to you, they're going to do it. If it's an important enough thing that you have to get across, they will do it.
Yeah.
And again, working with spirit as opposed to every day, it'd be absolutely damn exhausting if your switch was constantly on. Because
exactly. Yeah, you've got to have you time.
Yes, that's right.
Important. We are
to be
human
constantly
after all.
tapped on the shoulder.
No,
it's exhausting.
No.
It just couldn't happen. So mine's kind of the dimmer switch, and as we talked about before, if I'm working, I put my working jewelry on.
Yeah.
So that's like see, and I didn't wear any because I've been working all day today, so I kind of want them to stay away for a while.
Yeah.
Cause I've been reading all day today. So that's the symbol, the jewelry on. Okay, I'm open for business.
Ready
Take
to go.
The jewelry off.
Yeah,
I'm done for the day.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I do. You know, when I'm going out on investigation, like, you know, you go and have your shower and you get ready and you get dressed. I'm not a makeup person by any means, but my way of preparing and being ready is to put all my pieces of jewelry on. Now, those pieces of jewelry will change depending on my mood, and you know, I've got this a rack with all these different like, I mean, that's my new one. That one's really pretty.
Oh, it is pretty.
I love it.
Got that one in
the
the
Is it Moonstone?
Yeah. So I've got a rack with all of them, and I might stand there and I'll just, whatever I feel like or I'm told to take, that's what I put on. These, I usually wear these.
Yeah.
Ones. I'll wear my rings, and that I only wear them when I'm working, when I'm going to communicate with spirit, do readings, go on paranormal investigations, whatever. So even doing this, because we're talking about spirit, I don't know, I just automatically put it on. It's like I'm going to work.
Yeah.
It's like putting your work boots on, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But for me, I could never control the switch in the early days, and that was really hard because
it is.
You'd be like, look, I'm over here, but I'm supposed to be like, I'm just doing my life, and then I'm getting pulled over here, and you feel like you've got to go over there. And then these days, I don't feel like I'm either on or off, because throughout the day, I will get messages through that I'm happy to take. Because some of those messages will be from my guides, some will be from spirit, and that doesn't happen every day. I'm not walking around going, oh yes, thank you, or whatever. But if I stay on I stay open to a point where I'm able to receive. But if I get to the point where I'm really busy, like you were saying, or I'm sick, and because, you know, my lovely 6 autoimmune diseases, if I'm really crook, I think my guides have learnt, since my illness has come through, is to stop everything. When I'm having a really bad day, when I'm really sick, I get nothing. I get nothing at all. And I'm sure it's my guides just holding everyone back and going, no, not today. She's not working today. She's closed for business.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's like they're the gatekeepers.
Exactly.
Because one of my guides is a green dragon, and when he comes out, I know he's protecting me, and like he won't let anything come through.
Well, that's perfect. And it's like I don't. There'll be situations where I will say, you know, I've got lots on today. If something starts coming through, I go, I can't now, not now. You know, so it's not that I'm on or off. I can control it. I can go, right, do the meditation and get in that space and be completely on, or I can go, not today, and be completely off. But I sit, I choose
in the middle space,
in the middle, so that I can receive things if I need to.
So your dimmer switch is halfway down.
That's right.
I think it's broken, actually. Dave's saying, an envious burden. I want to learn to crank up my switch, but want to be able to switch it off. And that's really important to be able to do. You cannot be on 24/7. It's not healthy
Exhausting.
for you.
If someone says they are, that's complete bull dust, and they need to shush. Because this is my opinion. I honestly don't think you can be 100% tuned in 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It does not work like that.
No, and your guides won't let it.
No.
So I've got a question here. How do you control it? For me, it's really spontaneous. I think it's something that you learn, because like I was saying before, when in my earlier years, I had no idea how to control it. I wanted it, and I wanted it to be this great, big, fantastic, powerful, magical thing. And I had all these expectations of what it should be like, and it's not like that. The reality of, what you see on TV or what you perceive other people's abilities to be, it's bloody hard work. And your guides, this is my belief, your guides and the universe will give you what you can handle in small amounts, so that you learn that, and then they will give you a little bit more. So how do you control it? Education. There's lots of different elements of being a medium. One of them, and having that ability, one of those things is rest. I learned that is rest. And having time for and having time for yourself. Another one is your mental health. Okay. I see it so many times where people are so involved in, I want to call it the dark arts. It's not really, they're into, everything goth and skulls and death, and they watch it on TV and they wear it and they surround themselves with it. That's not mediumship. You don't need to do that to be a medium.
No.
Me personally, I'm not into the skulls. Yes, I wear black, but I'm into nature, and I think that's another thing that you need to do is get out into nature. You need to connect with the elements, and
you need to ground constantly.
Yep. You need to learn your own energy and how that works and how that feels. You need to do study on energy and energy field. Just a quick, while we're sitting, we were all sort of doing it before. For those watching, you can try this. Let me take my rings off. Right, so you can create your own energy, and all you need to do is by rubbing your hands around. All right, rubbing them around in a circle. So you guys watching, I hope you're doing this at home, or I'm going to feel like I'm an absolute twat. Okay, now once you have done that, I want you to just bring out your hands nice and slow, and you'll feel your palms tingling. And what you want to do is, we call it the energy ball. Okay, you twist it around and bring it out and bring it back in, and you will feel your hands vibrating. That is your energy. That's your personal energy that you have created. Now, up and down your arm, and you'll feel the difference. You'll feel heat. You'll feel tingles. That's something that you can practice. Practice that, and then when you've done, you're confident and you can feel that ball, you can stretch it out as big as you like. Well, you can't see. You can stretch it out as big as you like. And you can bring it back in. Actually, I can still feel it. You can bring it back in, stretch it out, move it around, up over your body. When you're confident with being able to do that, ask a loved one or a friend for you to be able to do that. Get them to close their eyes and do that. You can sit about that far from their skin, anywhere, and get them to tell you. So that's learning to work with energy, because when spirit comes in, that's a lot of what it feels like.
Yeah.
So,
but it's also not like Pokemon. You can't create an energy ball and throw it at someone.
And you can't catch every deity, demon, spirit, whatever else, but you can't catch them all.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. No. Hey, Sarah, how are you, hun? So yeah, look, it's learning about how to control it, read, educate yourself, talk to other people that work with energy. Hey, Alina.
Meditation.
Meditation, yep. Trying to connect with your spirit guides. There's all sorts of, I've got spirit coming through now. They've just taken
and you know who it is, don't you?
I know exactly who it is. I've just lost my train of thought. Here we go. This is what it looks like, guys. Yeah, it's doing this.
Thank you.
Yeah, doing this. And okay, so I have got spirit coming through. It's for someone that I know. It's a personal message. It is, I was there when it was all happening. I watched it all happen. And I was jumping up and down with joy. So, yeah, you know who it's for.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
And I think they're going to stay. I think they're going to stay. So if I zone out or I'm just off with the pixies, you'll know why. I have completely lost train of thought. Thank you, ladies.
We were talking about creating energy.
Yeah,
and so reading
energy. So, but you know, learning to control it. It's about. It's not this. I don't know how to explain it. It's its own entity, your energy, but it's part of you. So you need to learn about you. So shadow work. Shadow work is the deep dive into who we are, why we do things, how we do them, how we respond. It's a really deep personal dive into who you are, and it can be very confronting. It can be very hard to do. But there is so much reward that comes from it. And it's through, I mean, I've been doing shadow work for, how old am I? A long time, about 30 years. And it's not something that I do every day. It is something where I will do it for a little while on a different topic or a different subject. And that usually then throws me into, hang on, I've just got to write something down.
And that's why I didn't wear my reading jewelry.
Bingo.
This is talking about jewelry, actually, for you, Sal.
Okay.
What the hell was I talking about? See, this happens all the time.
Shadow work.
Shadow work. Okay, so yeah, I might do it for a period of time, and I'll get to a stage. It's not like I finish, because you never finish shadow work. It'll be something that I've learnt and I want to assess for a little bit, or it takes me somewhere else, and you'll stop doing it because life happens and you'll stop doing it for a while, but then you'll go back to it. So I have, these are my books, all right, that I do shadow work in. I'm not going to pull them all out. There's 3 more. So that is the last 6 months. So I do different topics. Okay. It's really important to do that. If you're going to work with energy, or you want to work with energy, you've got to understand it. But you can't understand the energy without understanding yourself. That's my take on it anyway. So
and I found that you need to do perhaps a Reiki session before you start shadow work to actually know where the energies are within you as well, and what each chakra feels like, to have that energy circulating properly before you can start shadow work.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Oh, Sal, the chuckles we've had with this Dylan Thompson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I think he was talking about the energy balls.
Oh, right. Okay. Let's not go there, hey?
No, we could be
okay.
treading on other people's toes, so to speak.
Okay. Is there anyone that you will not read for, a family member or any type of person that you wouldn't read for? Yeah.
I'm reluctant to do mental health. Sorry.
That's fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. So you won't read someone that you know has got mental health, or you won't discuss mental health in a reading?
I'm happy to discuss it, but if somebody comes in with their carer, I'm a little more hesitant to do it.
Yeah.
Especially when I don't know how they're going to take it.
Yeah. 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 What about you, Kate?
So I had a rule. Well, and if I start reading again, I'm sure I'll have that rule again. That I don't want to see you before 6 months. So I want you to go and live your life for 6 months before you even think about coming and getting another reading.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Only because we need to experience our life. We need to take what's resonated in the reading, move forward. You know, you haven't got a rear view mirror strapped to your head, you know, like let's keep moving forward. And I really feel like a lot of the times if we did, and it has proven to be for me anyway, if you do a reading before that cutoff or time mark, you get a lot of the same things because they haven't lived through that. They haven't moved through those energies. Also too, I really I'm really picky about when someone's in the very fresh throes of grief.
Yeah, me too.
That can be really hard for people, and my place is not to bother them at all in their grieving process. Like, I mean, yes, you know, someone's just passed. Like, I've heard from spirit on their funeral. I've heard like,
same.
You know, things happen how they happen. That's fine, but I've had people ask me at their loved one's funeral, "Are they here? Did they see what we did?" Da 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 da. Like, I understand you are so in that grief, and this is a day for grief, and I understand that, but you need to focus on what you're doing right now.
That's right.
And I can talk to you later. Like, that's not a problem. I'll talk to you later on, but right now, fresh in grief, that's not the time. So
I have a hard and fast rule that I will not read for anyone that's just lost somebody, because it is grief is different for everybody. Everyone has different beliefs of what happens when our physical body passes away, what happens to our soul. Some people, like, for example, I might say to someone, oh, you know, oh, your grandmother's here, and they might be, or they might be completely freaked out and emotional and all that sort of thing. So I've had it in the past where people have come to me or messaged me and said to me, oh, look, you know, my friend, she's just lost her mum. She wants to have a reading. I'm like, sorry, I'm flat out. I'm busy.
Give it some time.
I avoid it like the plague.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think because I would never want anyone to feel later down the track that I have taken advantage of them when they're vulnerable.
Exactly.
Even when they come to me. Even when they come to me. I try not to be around people in grief as well, because I've found that if they're really close to me, the people that are grieving, their loved ones do come through, and then I've got that responsibility of, oh my God, do I tell them that their loved one has come through or given a message?
And I'm guilty of not saying stuff.
Me too.
When I could have just said, hey, listen, so and so said this, and it would have made complete sense because so and so just said that. But they're crying in their grief in that moment. It is all just happening around them. Like, it's not for me to step in at that time. It is just it's weird, it's odd, it's not right. It's no.
I will say that I did break that rule once. When my husband's father passed away.
That's different though, I think.
Yeah, but it was really close, and it was about the wording and who was being acknowledged in the death notice, and he wanted his special friend. And at that time, Mark's family didn't know what I could do.
Right.
So I couldn't even say it in front of everybody anyway. I had to pull Mark away and say, I've just got this message from your dad.
Yeah. But see, I've done that with Rob, with his family members, when they've, you know, like when his dad passed and that sort of thing. I think that's different because we know them, and
but for a total stranger, no way.
No way.
No.
And I mean, we've had, you know, friends of ours that occasionally will say to me, ask me questions about spirit. They know what I do, and that sort of thing. Or one of those people passed away. We've only just found out recently that they passed away earlier this year, and I'm avoiding their partner like the plague, because I'm like, we hardly ever talk, but I'm now scared that they're going to contact me and say, can you get in contact with them? I don't do it, one, because of the grieving person that's been left behind, but I also don't think I don't try and bring through spirit after they've just passed away. They've got a whole journey to do. We don't really know.
We don't know the time frame for that, to be sure.
Right.
Right.
That's right.
So that could
we know that there is a journey.
In some cases it's 40 days. In some cases it's 60 days. We're the ones with time frames. Yeah. They don't have time frames. Yeah. As far as I know. So I'm not going to stick my nose in where it's not wanted.
Yeah.
Until they go, hey, now.
But again, it's really up to them. It's not up to us. Like you say, we can't guarantee who's going to come through nor when. So
true.
So we've got that sort of threefold, where we could have the grieving person come and ask to contact. We have where the passed loved one comes in and contacts on their own, and then we have that one where we're going and trying to contact them. We shouldn't be doing that. No. So Dave's just saying, probably an unwritten rule to not do this, but do you ever feel the urge to go up to people and say, so-and-so said hi? Look, not complete strangers, because people don't take that so well sometimes.
And it's kind of rude.
Yeah.
To be fair.
That's sort of like going into just opening up someone's front door and saying, hi, I'm here.
Hi.
Yeah.
Where's your kettle?
Yeah, that's right. And they're like, who the friggin' hell are you? What do you want?
Exactly.
So when you go up to someone, like a random person, and say, oh, you know, I talk to dead people, and your grandma just came through and said, hi. I don't do that. If it's someone I know, like a friend of mine or whatever, I will definitely say, if I get the message through, I'll definitely tell them what I get. If you're in a party scene, I mean, I don't announce what I can do, but I used to hide it, sort of like, you know, I don't now. I don't hide it, but I don't go around announcing what I do. Usually, if we're at a party or something, someone knows that I do that, and that'll be a topic of conversation. Look, Jen's party trick, you know.
Someone will say something to someone else, and then they all end up coming and sitting next to you and going,
are there any messages for me?
And this happened, and this happened. And can you tell me something that only I would know? Or can you share? You're sitting there going,
I've got a secret word with a loved one that's passed. What's the secret word?
Yeah, what's the I've got the best secret word with one of my amazing friends, and she knows who she is. And it's the best secret word ever, and I can't wait.
So I think
I will sometimes say in a social situation, like a party or something, are you opening to hear a message from spirit? Because that gives them the opportunity to say no.
Yeah.
Usually they'll start talking to me about it.
Yeah, no,
in the first place.
Yeah,
and
same.
then all of a sudden they'll.
on our head.
I call it the neon shop sign.
It
right?
is. Yeah.
It's like this way, this one right here. She can tell them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's also like that empath, that invisible empath sign that's on your forehead as well.
You know the game Sims?
Yeah.
Yeah.
SimCity, how they've got that little green thing above their head. That's us.
Yeah. That's us.
Yeah, look, sometimes I feel like mine's just like this sparkly bright thing, and the other times it's just a finger doing it.
No, I don't wanna.
Okay, next question. Here comes Spirit again.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm waiting for one of mine to drop in.
What have you learnt over the course of being a medium about spirit, your guides, and yourself? Who wants to start with that one?
Go on, Sal. You can start.
What have I learnt? Trust. Trust what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Trust that spirit won't ever give me wrong information. I just interpret it incorrectly.
Absolutely. That's an amazing thing that I have learnt too. If spirit's not doing the wrong things, they're not giving me the wrong thing. They're telling me exactly what they're supposed to. It's just how I hear it or how I interpret it.
Yep. And sometimes I try and interpret it to what I'm thinking instead of getting it word for word what I'm getting. And if I give it to them, okay, and when I often say, I'm just going to give it to you the way it's being said to me. And when I say it that way, they go, oh, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So mine is a big, mine's like the big trust thing. Trust that what I'm getting is right.
Yep.
And also the confidence. The big one for me is confidence, because for years I wouldn't really stand up in front of people and do what I do now.
Yeah.
And I know the first time I ever platformed, my dear husband said, "But what happens if spirit doesn't come through?" And I'm like,
thanks for that.
Thanks.
Oh, great.
You think that I'm not standing here going, holy shit, anyway? And then you say that?
Oh, goodness.
And I think that was the biggest trust issue, that spirit had my back. Spirit was always going to have my back. I just had to let it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. What about you, Kate?
Trust, obviously. Yeah. Massive. Learning how to have boundaries, which is a really good recent addition.
Yeah.
No, I think also with the trusting thing, trusting that my guides will give me a kick in the bum if I need it. And, but it's that loving, it's unconditional loving energy.
Yeah.
Sassy, very sassy. But it's that
can't imagine your guides
loving
being sassy.
No, really? Clearly not here, but I'll tell you about one later. It's that, but the thing is, like, with that trust component, you learn to trust yourself as a human.
Yeah, absolutely.
And knowing that I have helped people, and knowing that I can get the information to explain something better for a spirit in their story that they had as a human on this plane. Like, and maybe, just maybe, my little light is worth a bit more because I trust it.
Yeah.
Like,
and
it's a bit raw, but
don't you feel that once I mean, everyone goes through, every spirit worker or energy worker goes through this whole trusting yourself, trusting what you're feeling, trusting what you're receiving, trusting the whole thing. And then because you have those trust issues, you then have confidence issues. And I remember times where I was still developing the abilities that I've got now, and I think we're always we're always developing.
We're always learning,
we're
changing.
doing this, and then we're doing this, and then we're doing this, and it's the ebbs and flows. But the confidence level, it's really hard to have confidence. And I remember when I was developing, and I had a mentor, and I was going to class, and we'd do all these readings for each other, and I was just, I remember this particular, I was just friggin' smashing it out. Like, I had people crying, and, you know, because they'd got messages through that they really needed, and I was also finding myself not just giving a message from spirit, but I was counseling, I guess, them, and with the guidance of spirit as well. And I was smashing it out, and I came home and I said to Rob, "Oh my God, you're not going to believe it was like I was on crack, you know, like." And then the next day I remember thinking, oh, but what if I didn't get it right? Or did I get, and you start
self-doubt.
And I'm thinking, why? Like,
what are you doing to yourself?
Yeah. And what that does to your energy is flattens your energy.
And it's called being human, and having human foibles, and human little problems, and all of the things, and you know, what if I offend someone, or what if you know, I make someone sad, or and I mean, a couple of months ago I did a remote for a team in the US, and I made one of the participants in their paranormal investigation cry. And I was like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to make you cry. And I'm like, oh no, right? But
you should
I felt
come
bad.
To my class. You should come to my classes every fortnight. We're always crying.
But I feel bad because now I feel awkward. Because
well, see, and that's when I do readings and make people cry, and they're still wiping their eyes and blowing their nose as I walk out, and they say thank you so much, and I say it was my pleasure. I feel kind of weird saying I've just made you burst into tears, and it was my pleasure.
I like that you cried. Like, stop.
It is hard to it's hard to have these amazing abilities, but have all the weird human emotions that go with it as well, you know. And we've talked
going back to something that you said about the counselling thing and feeling like that you were doing the counselling session. That's why I actually went and became a qualified holistic counsellor. Because I then can incorporate that into readings, because then I can say from this perspective.
And look, I've always found that you know, I just thought when I was younger, I just thought it was me being like when I was a kid, and people would flock to me with their problems, and I was the one in the playground always empath. I was the one in the playground who was always you know, mopping up someone's tears, or making them feel better about themselves, or helping them with a problem, and stuff like that.
Little Miss Fix It.
Sorry?
Little Miss Fix It.
And then that tumbles into then a whole thing of a self, as a child, a false sense of I can fix anything, I can do anything. And then when something doesn't go right, then comes the self-doubt, then comes, you know, all that sort of thing. And then as a teenager, when you're all screwy, you know, it's just it's a massive journey, and every single one of us, it's weird. Like I always tell the students in class, we are all on our own, on a completely different journey, and it's a personal journey. But like the three of us, we've had very different lifestyles, upbringings, but we're all very similar, but all very different at the same time.
You
know? That's awesome though.
It
variety.
is,
variety.
But it's good that, and that's why I created this class, is because I understood what it felt like to feel that I didn't fit in anywhere particular.
Yeah.
Like if you look at religion and that sort of thing, well, I didn't fit into the Catholics or the Christians or the,
I tried them all.
So did I. I tried them all, most of all of them, but I didn't know where I fit, but I knew that I had to fit somewhere. I needed to belong to something. And that's why I started classes, because a lot of people, they don't fit the so-called social mold. And this is why I love this group of three, is because we are, even though we're completely different, we're very similar, but everyone's respectful of everyone else's abilities, journey, experience. So yeah. What's Dave puts hand up? Same. Sorry, I don't know what you mean for that. I was too busy jabbering on. Okay, what have we got? Probably one more question. All right, what do you do if you are having trouble connecting to spirit? If you're in a reading, and we'll go with you first, Sal, because you're currently doing readings. Two of us aren't, but when you're in doing a reading, what do you do if you're having troubles connecting, and what causes those troubles? Is it the sitter that you think's blocking, or is it spirit?
Often that's the reason.
Yep.
And particularly if they only want to hear from one person and that person's not coming through.
Tunnel vision.
Tunnel vision. They've blocked everybody else. They want to hear this particular message, and unless they hear it, hey?
Sorry, can I be really rude and interrupt you?
Yeah.
Three Bears. Hey, we met these beautiful people when we were in the States. And just gorgeous place, and they've just popped on and said hi. So I'm not sure what time it is over there, but we miss you guys and we miss your cakes. Sorry, Sal, keep going.
It's all right. So I think that it's often the sitter, and sometimes I think that single vision of I've come to hear from this person makes the reading so much more difficult. And then there's also the skeptic that comes in going, just show me what you can do. Give me something that makes me believe.
You're not only trying to connect with spirit through mediumship, but you're also doing psychic work. So you're trying to deal with their energy as well.
Yeah. Exactly. So as soon as that happens, that kind of lowers everything.
Lowers your energy, lowers their energy.
My energy gets lowered, and the negative side of it starts coming in. I will then go to cards to start relaxing all the energies. And I will ask spirit to pull cards. And I've done that a few times because I need the person to be concentrating on what's in front of them, not what's in their head.
I think
and that's when the barriers come down.
A lot of sitters come in saying, I want to get in contact with... Oh, where'd Kate go? There she is. A lot of people will come in and say, well, I want to ask Grandma this, that, the other. And it might
Where's the will?
It might be that Grandma has never come through before. Grandma might not have the energy or the ability to be able to send message, or it might be just a very quick connection.
They just don't want to.
Don't want to. Exactly right. But the sitter's like, well, why? Why isn't she coming through? You can't get her. It's not that we can't get her. Sorry?
Can't you just talk to her? Why can't you talk to her?
Yeah. It doesn't work that. We don't control it. We don't control
I'm not dialing them. They're dialing me.
Yeah. And I often say it's not my job to tell you what you want to hear. It's right. My job to tell you what spirit wants you to know.
Yeah, we're working for spirit. We're not working for you, even though you're the one that
you're the one that's
yeah. But so it's, and I always try and explain it is that we're vibrating here, and we need to vibrate up, and they're vibrating up, and they need to vibrate down, and we need to meet in the middle. And sometimes that connection gets like this, and it's sort of, and it's our job to try and grab onto that connection and hold it so that we can get those messages through. But if either our energy is affected or their energy is affected, that gap that we have to try and connect through gets bigger and bigger. That's when the connection gets lost.
I used to describe it, it's a bit like the old TV where it would scroll around for a little while and then the picture would become clear and then it'd scroll around again. Yeah. That's what it was like for me at the start.
Yeah. Look, it's on our travels too, like just recently in the States, and Shelley, I know you're watching. Just randomly you bump into people and you get a sense that you're like, they're my kind of people. And there's, you'll talk for a little bit and then something will come up and it'll be like, oh, well, I'm sensitive, or I'm a medium, and it's like, oh, me too. And then you have that connection. But we had so many things on our trip while we were away that just people would say it randomly happened. Nothing was random. We turned a corner and there'd be this amazing castle there that we didn't know was there, and we'd go, well, we'll try and get in, and then we get in, and things happen for a reason. And I'm sure that my guides, Belinda's guides, were guiding us this particular day when we found this amazing place.
That was incredible, that castle.
So the places that we found were just, I don't know, we were definitely being guided to some of these places. But yeah, so look, I think a lot of people struggle with their three bears. Haha, yes, very special connections. Yeah. I'll tell you this story, how we ended up at this place. We're driving down this road and we were going to go to some town and have something to eat, and everyone was getting a bit, hungry and angry. And anyway, so we're driving along, and the whole time we were away, being the three of us, we were saying, oh, the Three Stooges, or the three this or three that. Anyway, we're driving and we just randomly see this really cute sign that says the Three Bears, and we went, oh, let's go check out what that is, because it had coffee on it, and they were like, oh, it's got coffee.
Wow. It's got coffee.
Well, let's go and see what this is. So Rob strapped a Yui and come back, and we pull up, and it's this gorgeous little place, and there was an area where you could sort of sit around, and someone was playing guitar, and there was like a pizza truck there, and the smell was amazing. And then we walk into this little cottage, and it was a shop, and it's got cakes and it's got all this sort of stuff. Anyway, I walk in, and the first thing I find is I got drawn to this book, and I was like, oh, about witches. And I was like, oh. And I turned it around to read it and went, no, I'm getting it. I need to get it. And then right next to it was the second book in the series from a local author. I'm like, right, they're mine. And then it was like, I was just walking through this shop, and it was like a radar, and I was going, yep, that's mine. That's mine. I kept putting stuff on the counter. And then we found all these cakes. Oh, my God. Cronuts, right?
You had your cake.
Oh, these cronuts were amazing. Anyway, so we're loading up, and we're like, oh, that's for lunch today. That's for dessert tonight. We walked out with these bags of stuff. But we thought, well, we'll go and get a pizza from the pizza truck thing, and that was really good. But we went and sat down, and there was a gentleman, I guess my age, playing the guitar, and he was really good. And we thought, oh, we'll sit down and have lunch. And then we realised what was going on, and there was another guitar there, and his son had passed away tragically. in a car accident, and his son used to play guitar, and he was playing, and all the songs, and like Belinda and I sitting there eating our pizza, howling like, this is so beautiful. Rob talking to these beautiful older couple, and then we got talking to the owners, and it was just this amazing vibe. And then we got talking to the owners and found out, they're witchy and spooky, and she's just so beautiful. And it was just this amazing feeling of community. And like all three of us were saying how bizarre. This wasn't on our trip. It wasn't on our list of things to do. We saw it and just we all went, let's go there.
And serendipity.
Yeah, look, and it's got holds some of the best memories for us. I think we were maybe there an hour, 2 hours or something like that. We probably stayed longer than what we should have, but we were enjoying it. And, it's just a beautiful connection that, we all hold now very, very close to our hearts. So, yeah, what makes that happen, guys? What makes that happen? Why do we have these things? I think it's to teach us. I think that day was to teach us that it doesn't matter where you are in the world, that you can always connect with people.
You can find your tribe.
You can find your tribe. Magical, yeah.
And live in the moment.
Because
right this second is what we've got.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We don't. Tomorrow is not guaranteed.
No, that's right.
Right. Right now is what we've got.
Yeah. And I think
the present is a gift.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or as my husband likes to say, my present is your present.
My presence is your present. So yeah, thanks. You got a refund on that? Where's the docket?
Can you put a bow on it?
Let's not go there.
Let's not go there. It's enough.
Okay, guys. So we've been on for nearly an hour and a half. It was really good to connect with you guys again. It's been nearly 3 months since we've. Yeah, I know. So, so what have you guys got coming up? Kate,
Halloween at the shop at the Witchy Nook.
Oh, Halloween.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
The shop's looking amazing.
Oh, yeah, it is. We're loving it. The new shop is great. Bianca has done a fantastic job.
It looks amazing.
I can't wait for you to come back up and see the new shop.
Well, I think I'm getting as far as Newcastle.
That's not far enough.
I know, just before I go to Melbourne, just because Mum and Dad are in Newcastle now. But it'll be in the new year, maybe early in the new year, but yeah. But for anyone that wants to go and check it out, the Witchy Nook in Port Macquarie
Street, next to the Reject Shop.
Yep. So either if you're not local, go and jump on their Facebook page. You've got a website too, don't you?
Yeah, the Witchy Nook.
Yep. Okay. Dylan's saying we've stocked plenty of tissues for when Sal's in reading. Haha. Yeah, okay, so you've got Halloween there. So what are you doing for Halloween?
We have a big kids party. We all get dressed up. We've got games for the kids to play. We've got costume competitions, and yeah, we have a really big night for Halloween.
Excellent. What are you guys doing? What are you guys in hectic doing in Melbourne? What do you got
all
coming
sorts
up?
Of things.
Besides me visiting?
We may and may not be catching up with you. Watch this space. Watch this space.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've got heaps of stuff coming up, but we're keeping a lot of things under wraps. Just have to wait and see. Have a look at the page. Yes. We did a little guest.
We did discuss that there was a few things you were keeping under wraps. That. Yeah.
We always keep things under wraps. We reckon.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
It's a very good idea. I did a little guest spot on me personally. Did a little guest spot on Independent Paranormal. So if you go check them out on YouTube, on Patreon. Yeah, my little dulcet tones. Because I dial in from here and they're in America. So
whereabouts in America?
I've got no clue. I'm just like, hi, Jason. It's good to hear you again. I've got no clue where they're going. I've got no clue. I love having no clue.
We came home and went, okay, let's start planning the next US trip for next year. But with the situation at the moment over there, we're just going to see who gets
just see what happens.
Wait until after the election.
Look, you know, there's trumpets and all sorts of things over there at the minute. So, you know, angry head trumpets.
Alina's saying, Jen, are you in Sydney next week? I am in, what have we got? So this Friday, Alina, I'm in Sydney, like in town. We've got Murder's Most Foul Halloween event in now. And I'm in town all week. During the week, I'm at home because I think I've got class. Yeah, I don't have class this week. So I think I've got class.
You better check that one out, yeah.
I think I've got class next week.
Do we have a spreadsheet?
Well, we do. We do.
Is it up to date?
The weekend after, we're on Cockatoo Island. So this weekend we're in town doing Murder's Most Foul. During the week, I think we've got class. So, Alina, if you're here next week, come to class. If it's on, I'll let you know. It's a bit crazy. Then we've got Cockatoo. And yeah, so I think we've got 2 more development classes between now and Christmas. I've got a couple of markets that I'm doing with the Capture store, which is new. The 14th to the 21st will be in Victoria. I'm going to catch up with Hectic. We're going to bring Twinkle Toes with us. You know who Twinkle Toes is?
I probably don't. I've probably been told, but I have no clue right at this minute.
We have a friend, Twinkle Toes. He'll be coming with me. Bigfoot. We're bringing Bigfoot with us, so he's going to hang out with your ghostie.
Nice.
Yes. Nice. See what mischief they can get up to. So we're going to be.
You never know. You never know.
Some of it might not be able to be filmed, but anyway.
Look, if it ends up on a TikTok page, who's to say what's right and what's wrong in this world?
Sarah, thank you. Sarah's telling me that class is on Wednesday.
No,
thanks, Sarah.
Good job.
Yeah, because today's Wednesday, isn't it? Yeah.
It is.
I know, all day and half the night.
Yeah,
Crazy.
so then we'll be in Arrowdale. We'll do J Ward, Geelong Jail, Pentridge, and the quarantine station, and then we are done. Stop.
Relax, breathe.
And then we won't do anything December, January. We don't work in December or January. That's for a couple of reasons. That's downtime, it's family time, and it's too hot to do anything. I don't like
far
heat,
too hot.
So.
It's far too hot.
Agreed.
Yeah,
I'm melting.
Is it hot? Is it hot where you guys are today?
It was a wee bit warm, but it was nice warm though.
Yeah, it was about 28 here today. It's
really hot and muggy still here. I've got the window open and the fan going. But I had jeans on today because I was painting and stuff. But I just chucked a clean top on and I've got my pajama pants on.
Well, I came home from the day of readings and soaked in the bath and went to put my pajamas on and went, oh no, I've got to do this live tonight. I can't be doing it in my jammies.
Well,
we wouldn't have known if you had pajama pants on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I've done business.
We would not judge you at all.
Okay. Well, next time you might find me in my jammies then.
Because we possibly could be guilty of doing it.
Well, the last time I did a live with Jem and Vic, I was in my complete pajamas.
Okay.
Yeah, see? Right.
So, good, then. Good to know.
How I roll.
Fine.
All right, guys. Thank you again for joining us and having a chat. It's always lovely to chat with you guys. Yeah, Sarah's saying, got to be comfy, ladies. Yep. Sarah knows.
Right.
She'll rock up to my place and I'll have my slippers on.
Yeah. Exactly. Especially after the week that I've had.
Yes.
Yes, you need to go to detox now.
Yes, the liver tea, the one that's specially for your liver. Yeah, that one.
Oh, look, you only turned 61, so.
This is right.
All right, guys, so have an amazing weekend. Whatever you're doing, stay safe. We will talk behind the scenes probably next week or something and see if we can squeeze in another one of these next month. We only do one a month of the Mediums Roundtable. But this is getting to the crazy season, so everyone might be busy.
Silly season is upon us.
Yeah. Dylan's saying, no, we just take her out again next weekend.
Actually, he's right. We are going out again next week. Dracula's the theatre performance is in Port Macquarie next weekend, and we're all going.
Oh,
dirty
cool.
stuff out. Dirty stuff out.
Nice. All right, lovely ladies. Thank you again. Have a great week.
Pleasure.
You go to detox and you go and finish your bathroom. Good luck with that.
And I need more coffee. Bye now.
Yeah.
Bye.
Mine's empty too. Bye.
Thanks for coming on and watching, everyone. If you've got any questions about what we've talked about tonight, put them in the comments and one of us will get back to you and private message you with some advice. It probably won't be tonight, so but in the next couple of days,
crazy talk.
one of us will get in contact with you. So feel free whenever you come on and watch is to put anything out there, even if it's off topic from what we're talking about. But if you do have any questions, we're more than happy to answer them. So to my 3 bears in the US, thank you for joining us. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Sarah, I will see you during the week. Take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.